start the introduction of fixed deposit asset. Fixed deposit asset, or we call it as FD, refer to the financial product offered by banks or non-bank financial companies that pays a greater interest rate than a typical saving account until the maturity date. This means we deposit a large amount of money into the account and lock it for a certain period with a promise to be paid interest rate at the return earned during its end term. Next, the features of fixed deposit asset. Firstly, it is the combination between saving and investment. The money that deposited will be increasing with the interest rate offer while saving in the account. Second, higher interest rate offer. For example, Bank A offer fixed deposit account with interest 1.25%, then saving account only offer 0.01%. Third, fixed term investment. It could be from 1 month or 1 year until a few years according to the terms that we choose. Fourth, low risk investment. Fixed deposit assets doesn't fluctuate easily like other investment instruments. Fifth, it is protected by the government insurance. There are two agencies cover fixed deposit asset in Malaysia. Firstly is PIDM, Pembadanan Insurance Deposit Malaysia for commercial bank. Meanwhile, for cooperative bank, covered by DFIA, Development of Financial Institution Act 2002 under Bank Negara Malaysia, which covered by Malaysian Minister of Finance. And lastly, which is the most important, is not allowed to withdraw before its maturity date, which means the money that deposited will be locked into the account before at the end of the terms. That's all for me, and I proceed to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is HANISAH SYAHIRAH. Now, I would like to continue this presentation with a deeper explanation on the types of people who are well suited for this kind of investment, fixed deposit. Well, everyone who is 18 and above can invest in a fixed deposit, but this investment is ideally made for senior citizens. Why? Commonly, bank offers senior folks to receive a greater rate of interest than other group age account holders. Through this way, they can maintain a steady income stream after retirement. Not only that, it is also ideal for risk-averse investors. It refers to someone who prefers to gain lower profits and doesn't want to bear unknown risks. To open a fixed deposit account, there are some terms and conditions that need to be followed. For illustration, we can take a look at Maybank. Maybank had set out that any instant premature withdrawal without a 31 days notice period that has not reached by the end tenure period made by the client will not be subjected to any payment interest. However, as for premature withdrawal with a 31 days notice period, 50% of the stipulated interest rate is due. After receiving the notice, the customer is not permitted to alter their instruction or withdraw their fixed deposit until the notice period has passed.
Next, the flow of fixed deposit account. Firstly, we need to choose the fixed deposit account terms. Each bank will give the information on the terms, including the interest rate offered by the bank. So we need to choose carefully according to our financial situation. Second, deposit the money in the account according to the bank requirement. After we finish the registration of the fixed deposit account with any banks, we need to deposit according to the minimum required by the bank, because usually each bank require the investor to deposit according to their minimum deposit. For example, Maybank require the investor to deposit from RM1,000 until RM5,000 or above. Third is keep it in the bank until the maturity date as to grow the money invested. After we deposit the money, we need to lock the money invested in the account until at the end of the terms. If necessary to withdraw the money, we need to follow ABM procedure, which resulting less return at the end of the terms, which is the maturity date. The last is bank will deposit the principal and on the interest earned at the end of investment terms. So this considered as the return after we lock all the money in the account until its maturity date. That's all for me, and I proceed to the next presenter.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is NATASHA, SHAZARISHA binti ROSNAN. I am going to present about types of fixed deposit account. There are many types of fixed deposit that are available in Malaysia, which are short-term and long-term fixed deposit, Islamic fixed deposit, and foreign currency fixed deposit account. Each of these types of fixed deposit account have different period range of investment. The first one is short-term fixed deposit. This deposit has maturity date from 7 days up to 12 months. Next, long-term fixed deposit. This one takes more than 5 years to 10 years or maybe more. In addition, the period range of investment for Islamic fixed deposit is 1 day up to 60 months. Last but not least, foreign currency fixed deposit. This type of fixed deposit account's maturity date is from 1 month up to 12 months.
Hello, my name is INTAN and I would like to talk about the time period of receiving interest and how much the amount is paid. When investing in a fixed savings account, investor must remember that most interest is paid only at the end of the investment period. Somehow, interest is usually paid every 3 months starting on the date of deposit. So how much interest can investor get? So it is basically based on the terms and conditions of the bank. Interest rates on fixed deposit are often higher than interest rates on savings account. Basically, the interest rate is usually inversely correlated with the maturity period and the minimum principal amount of at least 10,000 ringgit or 5,000 ringgit. On the other hand, a 6-month term deposit is likely to pay less interest than a 2-year term deposit. It can be concluded that the longer the term of the deposit, the higher the interest rate.
Assalamualaikum, my name is NURUL binti ZAHID and I will continue on the current issue of fixed deposit account available in Malaysia. So the first point is OPR is expected to raise. Bank Negara is expected to raise OPR as early as May according to the State of the Nation. The Bank of Thailand and Bank Indonesia will be the first to raise rate in 2Q 2020, followed by the Bank Negara Malaysia and the Central Bank of Philippines. According to all 23 analysts polled by Bloomberg, the overnight policy rate OPR will be retained as a record low of 1.75% for at least one more time. The second point is deposit rate is increasing. Some Malaysia commercial banks are already giving higher rates for ordinary depositors' regular deposits. According to a promotional e-brochure, a local bank has been giving 2.8% a year for 24 months on e-deposits since the beginning of this year. Malaysian average deposit rates declined to 1.95% in year 2020.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is ATIRAH binti BAKI. Now I will continue with the third point of current issue, which is Fed become more aggressive in raising interest rates. With the aggressive of US normalization, it can be the factors weighted by rate setters in Malaysia. According to the statement, the risk of portfolio reversal that could weigh on ringgit is high, given that the coming US monetary normalization is expected to be more aggressive over a shorter period. The last point of current issue is Malaysia's GDP gross domestic product will increase from reopening borders. The government expects the reopening of the borders by end March to build on the recovery of the economy, since Malaysia's GDP is expected to grow.
As the conclusion, fixed deposit account is one of the easy, safe, and low investment risk instrument for public because it doesn't require the investor to deposit some large amount of money in the bank and just let the people in the bank to work on the money invested and just wait until at the end of the terms. Furthermore, it encourages the investor to grow their wealth while saving. It is suitable for those at early stage of their investment or the investor low risk takers. And lastly is fixed deposit asset is better returns than savings, which offer high investment interest rate than savings. The recommendation, we need to understand well about fixed deposit asset from any expert, financial consultants, or from any high experienced people to understand well about the fixed deposit asset. So we can choose the right plan if we choose fixed deposit asset as the decision to grow our wealth. That's all for me. Thank you for watching.